We'll start a bit about yourself and why you chose to be in sustainable fashion, basically.
Yeah, well, it didn't actually really choose, it kind of happened. So I studied mechanical engineering at university, and while I was there, I spent quite a lot of time working with a couple of companies that did like electric vehicles and energy storage. So I've always been into sustainability. But it wasn't until I moved back home to Leeds that, well, basically around the same time the pandemic hit, I was really struggling to find engineering work. My mum ended up popping into the local cobblers and complaining that her son couldn't get a job, and the guy in there just happened to have a job opening, doing just cleaning shoes at a factory. So I went along there, just like, thanks, mum, and started working at the boot repair company, and really quite an interesting time at the company where we were going from strength to strength and really growing quite quickly. And through that growth, I was able to work my way up through the company and found the work incredibly rewarding and valuable, not only from a sustainability point of view, but from a personal point of view and problem-solving point of view, which is where my expertise really lies. So again, it's kind of right place, right time, but the fact that it's sustainable fashion is more of a coincidence, I suppose, than anything. But I do find it very fascinating.
And so from the years you've been, with that company, have you seen much of a change in how you are being sustainable? Or?
I mean, we repair shoes, so in essence, the more shoes we repair, in my view, the more sustainable we are. When I joined, we were maybe doing about 10,000 pairs a year at most. We're now doing 100,000 pairs a year, so we're really, growing and multiplying. And not only that, we're doing more styles than ever, more different types of footwear, and I would argue to a better quality as well, which means that if we can create a really good service that people are into and that people trust, then that's only going to drive the movement forward.
And what is it that you're going to speak about today? Is it to do with the company workforce?
Yeah, it's the journey of the repair company and how I fit into that.
Yeah. And would you say you'd give any advice to younger generations in being more sustainable, in the shoe lines, I guess?
I would say don't be afraid to spend a little bit more money buying something that you know is going to be repairable. Just because you spend more money on it doesn't mean it is repairable, but there is very little correlation between how expensive of an item of clothing or footwear is and how repairable or durable it is. And if you can do a little bit extra time finding out if that company has, for example, like your Doc Martens, they have a repair service, Viva Barefoot have a repair service. If you can spend a little bit of time thinking about that, it's actually much better to buy a pair of durable shoes that will last you 5 years, and then at the end of that life you can get them repaired and they'll last another 3, 4, 5 years. That is just a much better way to utilise the world's resources. It's a much better way to utilise your own money, and you also you have attachments to things that you look after and that you share, you care for. So if you look after your Doc Martens, they will last you ages, and it feels good to have a pair of broken in shoes that fit just your foot.
Yeah.
How long have you had them?
Probably since I was 16, so...
There you go.
9 years.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, when they need a resole, send them to us.
Would you say you've faced many challenges personally or when you've been working with your company?
Well, I've very much been learning on the job, so...
Challenging overall.
Yeah, it's been very challenging, but like I mentioned, really rewarding. So, I could spend all day talking about the various different challenges that we've encountered. I think the hardest thing for me has been, I guess, the people side of it. Managing people, which I've never done before. We're managing across the business as 80 people now, and everybody has their own, wants and desires and drives, and finding balances and policies within the company that keep as many people happy for as long as possible has been a real challenge, but I think we're making a lot of good progress in it.
And I suppose the last question to ask, what would you hope to see change in the next 5 years? Or
Just broadly, or
broadly, yeah.
yeah.
You can use your company as an example.
Yeah.
You like-
I think just a kind of return to the attitude people used to have of you buy a pair of shoes to last and you repair them, and not falling into the trap of buying instead of buying a £50 pair of shoes every 6 months rather than £150 pair of shoes every 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I think more people can do that, and we actually stand a chance. If people don't do that, then well, we don't really stand much chance.
Okay, thank you for joining
Okay,
me.
all right, no problem.
Lovely, thank you.